My dear traders, welcome to the new MK Blog summary. Happy Saturday. Make sure you drink enough water. It's very hot in many parts of Europe. I just prepared my coffee. So let's get started. It has been a very nice week and we're going to discuss all the trades, predictions, analysis. So Euro Yen, 17th of July. So you may remember, first of all, we saw that the smart money filled those option strike targets nicely as expected, okay? 1, 2, 3. So what happens is the signals appear, we have shorties coming in, the red bars, dumb money sellers. So we know that this is enough for the smart money algos to push the market up against those dumb money sellers and fill those option strike targets. And then what happens, we see at 18 minutes past 6, the upper MTS, okay, so the price would just need to go up and make a nice grail pattern in order to fill this inner range medium-term stop, the MTS against the shorties, okay, who kept on selling. So a nice long trade towards the upper target. We have seen it many times. And of course, in this case, we also had the MTS below the price. But then, because shorties kept on coming in, yeah, we had a nice up move towards the upper target, okay. Seen it many times by now. And boom, on the 21st of July at 10:51, a beautiful move taking out this target, okay. Nice long trade, typical inner range, MTS stop hunt against the dumb money shorties. And take note of this, okay, I made the screenshot also of the day chart at 11:22, alright. Take note of what happened before, okay, we have discussed it already. All the dumb money shorties coming into the market, selling Euro Yen again and again and again, and therefore the smart money algos do a squeeze move up against those sellers, pushing them into loss, okay. And then most recently we had again dumb money sellers coming in, new red bars, therefore the retest of the high against them, okay. And on the lower time frame we see this beautiful MTS hunt. Nice long trade against the dominant shorties. Yes, the entry is a bit expensive on the higher time frame, but who cares? We know that once we understood what's going on in the market, we can enter expensively, no problem. And here in the evening, you see on the 4-hour chart how it went to clear those highs, this plateau here against those dominant sellers. Okay, nice one. Dollar Yen, that was one of my favorites this week. You may remember already at the end of last week I said, look, we have the open option strike targets. This is going to be a theme for this week, and that's exactly how it was. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4 open option strike targets on the 1-hour chart in Dollar Yen here on the 17th of July. Okay, some shorties coming in, so we are getting in a cheap entry long towards those upper targets, trading the actual pullback. How amazing. So the 19th took the first one, and then on the 20th continued. Some more shorties coming in. Boom, look at that, okay. 21st, beautiful long trade, okay, towards the upper targets. One of my favorites this week. We've seen it many times. Nice one. Let's continue with the yen pairs. So pound yen, the 17th, like the Euro Yen, filled those beautiful option strike targets from the week before. Beautiful pullbacks with precision. And then, okay, we saw on the 18th already, so a bit of a dumb money switch started to come in. So some longies came in, some shorties left the market, as you can see from the collapse. So that's why the price went down, okay, and do a bit of normalization here on the 18th of July. And on the 19th this continued, okay, so some more longies came in, some more shorties left, therefore did this down move, okay, not only clearing the moving averages but actually going down, normalizing this big increase because the dumb money is switching. However, so it becomes a bit more complex. So on the 20th of July we still see the switch going on, however then boom, yeah, an upper MTS appears with an order gap zone, so all the price would need to do is a normal pullback up to clear out this target, okay. and taking the short-term stops, the medium-term stop in the order gap zone just with a very normal inner range move up. So we know it's gonna go for that, okay? So 21st here, some shorties came in, so they did an exaggerated move. Did take this target as expected, and also took this high here in a range, still clearing all the dumb money sellers who tried to short into the down move. But as I said, the theme is not over. The dumb money switch is still there. So even though they did a grip move, we call this grip move up to kick out shorties. If no new shorties come in, but rather longies, then it will continue the down move. Yeah. It's a very nice, very interesting. Euro dollar. Okay, that was also very interesting situation. So we saw that the price, as expected, went sideways for a while, because below the price we had dumb money sellers, and above the price we had dumb money buyers. So there was no reason for euro dollar to do a breakout. We had the option strike targets quite early, but the short is in the way, okay? And I said here at 4+6, as expected, we have a typical slow Monday today. This is often the case after pullback Friday. So remember, on last Friday we had this beautiful pullback Friday, and it's often that we have on Monday the typical slow Monday where market goes sideways. No big news flow, and that's exactly what happened. Not difficult to predict. So look at that. The price goes sideways, continues in this consolidation, okay? And here suddenly shorties are coming in, so pushing the squeeze line up a little bit, okay? But then in the end, they just cleared the high, you see? Doing a normal move above the high to clear out any tight stops, and shorties kept leaving the market, okay, with a downward sloping squeeze line. So they cleared the high, but then still went sideways, remained in this consolidation, and shorties started to leave the market on the 19th already. Okay, and what happens? 20th, we see, okay, in inner range MTS, very close to the price, boom, they just took it out with a normal pullback. And then at some point we saw, okay, so shorties overall insist on leaving the market, so therefore they can take the option strike targets, like here, moving towards the first one. Also supported, of course, by the news. Okay, so the US claims were lower than expected, like I wrote here, so there's possibility they can have a stronger dollar, so they can go down in a range move, fill the option strike targets, since the shorties are not in the way anymore, since they're leaving. Okay, boom. Nice trade towards the first option strike target. Maybe a bit for the advanced traders, because there are still some shorties in the market, and the market is sensitive to shorties, so you have to be careful. But yeah, filled the option strike target as soon as shorties kept on leaving, and the news plausibility was on the side of the smart money. So beautiful move there, yeah. On the 30-minute chart, took both option strike targets also. Nice move. And then on the 21st, so the price again went a little bit flat, yeah, exactly around the option strike target. But as we can see, the shorties kept on leaving, so it came down again. Then very close to the market close, we suddenly have on the 30-minute time frame a long option strike target. So that means for next week that there can be a pullback up if some shorties come in again. Okay, they can do a normal pullback up just to fill the option strike target. Yeah. How amazing that we get this information displayed and get these warnings so early. This is just incredible. This is a trader's dream. And but still, if you go on the higher time frame, like I posted here, the theme is still the highs have been cleared. We have a dumb money switch, so there can be further dollar strength like next week. Okay, even though the squeeze collapsed. So that's why I would expect something like a pullback, clearing that, and then if again longies come in, they can continue to move down, for example. Yeah, something like that. Also depending on the news next week. So yeah, nice short trade there, maybe not for beginners. And pound dollar, similar thing, was a bit leading even in this case. So we saw already on the 17th in the evening that shorties are leaving here, and we had also open option strike targets. So we expected you know, a bearish scenario for cable. Like euro dollar, it went flat a little bit first because of the slow Monday, but then eventually, boom, beautiful down move towards the first option strike target. Awesome short trade there. Okay, also one of my favorites, and boom, then a few hours later went for the second target. Okay, so this is just beautiful, like clockwork, as I say. What happened then? So on the 20th we have the big 2 MTS within range and some longies as well. I mean, there's a new MTS now above the price, but as we can see, so they first moved down and cleared the moving average, yeah, on the day chart, like they often like to do. Okay, and take note of the down money switch on the day chart, the collapse of the short squeeze there, squeeze against the shorties, and yeah, overall bearish scenario taking out the moving average there. Of course, here the best parts of the stake are eaten already on the next day, and then like in euro dollar in the evening we suddenly get also 2 bullish option strike targets, meaning that there can be a small pullback up and then maybe another move down towards the lower MTS if no more shorties come in the way. Yeah, so also keep that in mind for next week. Beautiful, just beautiful. Let's continue. Euro pound, yeah, was also interesting. We had these MTS, but then it did a big move up. A lot of pound weakness. That was a quite aggressive move, also with the news. A bit tricky, in all fairness. So we saw that when we had the softer inflation numbers, okay, they just boom, moved the price up and cleared the high on the 4-hour chart against all the shorties which came in the meantime. Yeah. So squeezing out the shorties, clearing the 4-hour chart high with the UK economic news, and on the day chart you see that that's actually enabled them to clear also the moving averages against the shorties. Okay, so here you see it clearer. Down money shorties coming in, down money switch, the news are published, so boom, they take out the moving averages and the shorties with plausibility support of the news, and there were no longies in the way since they left the market already before. Okay. Quite interesting, really. And then later the week on Friday we see they took an MTS as well above the price, and they kissed the moving average again, but the market overall remained in a neutral complex state at the end of the week. You see, like I wrote here, because we have mixed our money flow suddenly, the MAs have been kissed, the MTS has been cleared, there's a switch in the overall money allocation, so that's neutral. Okay, but beautiful. But we do not place trades in this situation anymore, of course, because we wait for a better bias. Yeah. Australian dollar, first of all, let's appreciate this beautiful move towards the option strike targets. Yeah, short is leaving, take note of this. This is the decisive stuff. Okay, the short is leave, the squeeze line collapses, and therefore they go for the option strike targets. Yeah. That was a bit tricky here, so we had the MTS above the price, but then long is coming in. Okay, the long is kind of dominating, and the smart money filling the option strike targets, the second one, and then going down against the down money longies before then doing a pullback once the shorties came in. Okay, so down money switch from longies to shorties, and then they do the move towards the inner range MTS. That was a bit tricky, also because right before the MTS we had massive longies coming in, so they're doing a pre-run counter move. Okay, a bit tricky there, but I mean we can handle that. So on the 21st you see the price went overall down against the longies, yeah, which you see better on the 4-hour chart. But as you can see, we are in 4-hour reversal territory, meaning that the market is very sensitive. If short is coming next week, they can do a full 4-hour reversal up next week. Yeah? So watch this. We are already near the band. The market went all the way down against the longies. So if short is coming next week, they're going to do a 4-hour reversal up. Okay, and this could be a nice theme for next week. Kiwi dollar, also look at this precision on the 17th. Okay, with the pin went to the option strike target. All right, here the short is left, so keep in mind those new shorties, they are within the tolerance. Overall the shorties are leaving, so even these shorties can win. Yeah, keep that in mind, these principles, it's very important. And as you can see, boom, move towards the big option strike target on the 30-minute chart, filling that up, course, more and more shorties left the market until almost none were left. Took their losses, that's what it's all about. And then, of course, the lower MTS is within reach, yeah? So take note of this, this is an important screenshot, yeah? There's no squeeze, no bias, no longies or shorties are dominating. The MTS and the order gap zone are within reach. Okay, so they can just do a move and fill that without any issues, yeah? So it took a bit of time, 20th here, boom, and eventually coming down. Beautiful short trade there, also one of my favorites of the week, yeah? Here, 21st, boom, taken. Okay, nice short trade towards the MTS, a reverse grail pattern also. And as I wrote here on Friday, now we see there's two inner range MTS above the price, okay? So here we can't trade it because longies is still dominating, but for next week this could be a theme like I wrote here in the evening, okay? As soon as dominant shorties will come in, it can do a pullback up and take the two inner range medium-term stops. However, this needs to happen first, okay? So again, that's a nice theme for next week. If shorties coming in Kiwi, then it does a pullback up and take those MTS, for example. Yeah. Dollar cut, one of my favorite also this week. Beautiful. This is a beautiful trade. Look, upper MTS, not too far away, so we can trade along towards that. Can take 1 or 2 days, it doesn't matter. Longies are leaving. As we know, sometimes these things take time to play out. It doesn't go immediate. Boom. Okay, up move. Now, it's like you see on a 30-minute chart, then with a lower MTS below the price, okay, and of course we know it's also going to be taken Pac-Man. Okay, first the upper one, and then the second one. So take note that this is of course a nice short trade towards the lower target. It's within reach, as SDS on the way. Again, it took some time. You see, this was at 3:30. Then on the next day, it still took time on the 20th, but eventually they took the target finally. Okay, the lower one of the short. So sometimes it takes 1-2 days, but it comes eventually. All right. Now it's again getting interesting in dollar cut after that. Pull back to fill this little MTS also, and as we see, there's also like a new MTS now above the price, a bit far away yet, but yeah, we wait until there's a bias. If shorties come in and the red squeeze line goes up, maybe we get an upper MTS trade next week, for example. Yeah, in dollar cut. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful. Bitcoin, very interesting. We had this massive consolidation going on still from last week. Okay, no longies coming in there. No shorties coming in. Instead, longies, the green bars. Therefore, the smart money again going for the lows. Yeah, but it gets even more interesting in Bitcoin. There, suddenly we have this MTS below the price. Okay, on the day chart, and then a move towards that target within the next days. So yeah, if longies keep on buying, they can take that out. Yeah, simple as that. So maybe below that MTS is also a good long entry for long-term trader investors. Gold, also very interesting. Shorties came in, they went up to clear the high on the 4-hour chart, and then went up as expected, took all the highs, and then suddenly has a dumb money switch. Some longies coming in on the 20th, and a nice move to fill the option strike target on the 1-hour chart. Nice short trade, okay? Longies plus cheap entry plus option strike target. Nice short trade to here, with the shorties leaving the market, not being in the way anymore. Beautiful trade, yeah? And you see it took exactly the highs, this zone, and then normalized, okay? Quite aesthetic, that one. Silver, similar thing. So we had the option strike target short there. Shorties starting to leave the market, albeit slowly. And this is very interesting. Look, then we have shorties coming in, a slightly upward pointing squeeze line. So therefore the algos first allow the market to slightly steadily go up as well. Okay, steady up move against a steady influx of dumb money shorties, clearing the high, clearing the short-term stops, yeah? To shake off the dumb money shorties, like I wrote here. Silver on the 1-hour chart tries to shake off dumb money shorties who are expanding, yeah? What happens then on the 20th is a I was demonstrating by placing these lines here. The steady up move against the shorties, but then at some point a bit of a dumb money switch. Okay, boom, squeeze line pointing downwards, showing that shorties start to leave, some longies coming in, and then move towards the option strike target at the end of the week. Nice short trade there as well, some SDS here. Okay, so we see how more and more similar the metals become to Forex, how more and more similar crypto becomes to Forex, etc. You know the game. Okay, so yeah, I mean, another beautiful week, some amazing setups, especially the dollar yen option strike target pullback move up, that was beautiful. The Pac-Man games here in pound Aussie, euro Aussie, the nice moves in the yen pairs, the flat and then down move in euro dollar and cable. Okay, no surprises there, really nice moves. Some more tricky moves as well, such as maybe euro pound. Okay, but overall you see that the easy moves again are much more frequent also. So if you did a mistake or you did something and you get stopped out on, let's say, you know, euro pound or something like that, or an Australian dollar, still you made more than enough on the yen pair setups with the option strike targets. Yeah, so that's really beautiful, and you made more than enough on the euro dollar short. Okay, the pound short, silver short, etc. Okay, so I hope you had a good week. I wish you a great weekend and a fantastic next week. Please study these market, these MK block summaries. They seem to be super effective, because I'm very happy that I started this, because people really love it. It helps them a lot, because they see how I in real time live apply the market causality analysis and how I'm able to predict with such a good strike rate. It is all possible if you understand that stuff. Then you can make trading fun. Okay, it's doable if you understand stuff. It's not super complicated. Okay, it's very doable. Just do your homework, be very accurate with the analysis, study all the stuff here. And if you for example, let's say you're a student, you want to learn, you can't afford the MK block and so on. Okay, maybe you have the MK web, so make your notes. Okay, and every time you see my summaries, go through your analysis and try to find out where was your analysis right, where was it wrong. Okay, which topics you need to understand better, etc. I think it's a pretty good approach, pretty good in terms of the didactic structure. Yeah, I mean, it's very repetitive, really. I mean, you see the market as certain modes. There are certain days like pullback Friday, slow Monday. It's very repetitive, and then the moves also with the news. You know, pullbacks to fill option strike targets in MTS and order gap zones. And once the squeezes die and there are collapses in the net money, then you know there are counter moves. Once the highs on the higher time frame have been cleared, you know, there are normalization moves. It's really no rocket science. One just understood how they play this game. All the best, lots of love.